Alright, tiny dancer for the rest of the music. Excuse me, Elmo. Can I use a toilet very quick? Sure you can. You can go to toilet.
Where are you being to going?
I thought that he going to toilet. That looks impossible, you know?
Finally, he's back.
Yeah, he's back though. Look! Passport from train! What do you think?
That's
Amazing,
amazing.
right?
I can't
That's
believe
cool.
this. Wow, it's passport from train. I have never seen this before.
Alright, let's put the music and move on. Gotcha! You're not getting it this time anymore!
Oh no, Mundo Cyan is back.
Oh my gosh, not this again for you. Also, why are you back in here cause of that? Because Brack is defeated cause of that. You tried to get her? But no! Because you're so mean to her each other. And stop saying the bullies about in the MS by Minions video. Now leave them alone because of that. Which means, it does mean break it? It doesn't make no sense. You don't need this time cause of that. She kicked you out of the comment section cause of that. You know need this immediately because of you. But who cares about you, reason why it's not to begin with? But this time, but you know that for good. I mean, Tom, Great Kitten hates you cause of that. Also, because you almost died cause of that. How about you suck up your penis? How about that? Because you don't need to be covered all day wrong. It's never going to be happened. But do something about it. Because it's going to talking about you this very bad thing. I guess there's not in the meantime. I will sit you back to Amazon cause of that. And Emma will defeat you this time because of that. But she said it not this time. Because you're a very gross user. You disgusting user. Also, but because I think the reason why it's not going anywhere 1,000 begins. Because it's not funny anymore because of that. Also, do you think about this a joke? It's not doing a joke. It's bad joke. You know, right? Never forget a reason. Never forget about it. Forget about you. You know, Ben's right because of that. Also, I had enough of you because of that. Also, you tried to confuse on that? But no! There's nothing we not to begin with. Also, what the freaky tested comments in on the MS by Meanings video? Because of you. Also, you're very, very, very bad YouTuber. Also, you're such a rebuff by MS Spike Minions. Which means it's better. Because of you. They say I don't ask you for out too much. But which means asking Toku reason why there's not to begin with? But no! Leave that alone, or else you're not getting any better of yourself. By the way, one is shaming yourself. Shame on you. Shame on you. Because of you. Also, you cannot make that this time because of you. Also, this is not appropriate for you. Because of you. You such a gross user. I mean, done. Because of you. I'd say no about it. Make me. I'ma get him. Not this time. You don't get me. I'll get you. You knock it this time, and the part ever seen you tried to give me of a wall. You better not to do it. Make me or else. Don't you ever think about beating me too much? I'm gonna beat you, I fight you. That's why because of that, also, you have bad idea because of that. But you had to freak me out. But also, you tried to give me something for the rest to kidnap me? But no! You don't kidnap me. And you won't leave me alone. But then, how dare you for bring a cold video in the boys video? Because you should not do that to me. Because I will defeat you anytime, every single day. Enough of this attitude, because it's going to be this time because it's not important. Also, you defeat me son too. This is a brack to defeat it. But plus, you should not be beat you over with because you dare me about to bring your video. That's not fair. You're better than me forever because I said so I had ever seen before, and choose a death because of you. There's as a Brack say because Brack is defeated, or else make me. I will defeat you. Not this time, Doofless. What do you mean, not this time? You just call me Doofless or something? Don't you ever think about it, wolves are gonna kill you. You know? I'll push you. Why are you pushing me? I tried to get you at this time. No. Ah! That's what you get to try to get me? Wolf's gonna kill you. After I push you, I'm gonna run away from you. So long, loser. Alright. Minor Cyan was defeated. That's why because of that they tried to get me. Wolf's gotta kill Minor Cyan and the white Brud because it's going to be very particularly fun. But I'm so sorry to keep yelling because I had enough of this yelling because of that. Also, almost behind, and it doesn't before what I will have. But it doesn't mean if you do that. But you know if you do that, Bracket and Minor Cyan was defeated. And you know why that means? Is Mother Son and was defeated! Woohoo! Alright, let's get started on the mountain beach because Minor Cyan was gone. So let's go. You see that? Minor Cyan is gone. He's defeated. So who's ready in the train tomorrow and the rest?
Yay, Mundo Elmo is defeated.
Wow.
Now he's gone.
This train's a tomorrow and the passport the front train, but we go inside the train because of that. But we go inside the train for tomorrow because it's going to be any time because of that. And also, let's start for a while. It's going to be 5 minutes for tomorrow. Everything before we have, but let me know to do ourselves from today. But tomorrow we get inside the train. It's going to start in 5 minutes.